Hi.
Well, what's up?
You were interrupted just now when you were going to tell me about sex.
Indeed, someone is of the opinion that a princess does not need to know about such things.
Oh, come on, tell me.
I could tell you a lot about it, but it would be unwise for me to annoy your parents. They could burn me, or even worse, give me to a public library.
How do elf pregnancies progress?
They are very similar to human pregnancies, only they take a lot longer, about 4 years. You are presumably in the 6th month.
And if I go into the world of humans to talk to the Archmage, time in the human world passes quicker.
Then your pregnancy will go faster. The consequences are difficult to predict. I am not aware of an elf ever having a child outside of the woodland realm.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. If everything goes to plan, then I'll be back in a couple of days and we'll know what's happened.
That would be advisable. Pregnancy can play havoc with the body and mind. It does not take a lot of imagination to work out what a turbo pregnancy in the human world would do to an elf.
Thank you for your help.
That's what I'm here for.
I don't have any time to rest, and that... You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
I just need to borrow your...
Of course! Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
You shouldn't smoke.
Why not?
It's not healthy.
No lungs, no problems.
Don't you think it's a bit weird and warped to smoke yourself?
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. Don't tell no one, though.
Tell me, you know a bit about nature, don't you? How does this childbearing stuff work exactly?
Oh, don't know. Ask myself the same question. The bees pollinate the flower seeds are carried away by the wind and new plants grow. Very simple and easy, that. But elves, humans and dwarves don't produce nectar. What have you got to offer the bees?
Yeah, and also our children don't grow in the earth, they grow in us.
Oh, I know. Isn't it absurd?
Arbor, I'm going to have to leave the elf burrow for a few days.
Your mother giving you...
Not as such.
Oh, she not gonna like that. But one has to do what one has to do. I wish you a good...
Oh, thank you, Arbor. And don't tell anyone I told you.
Oh, you wouldn't dream. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know time out there runs much quicker than here in the woodland realm.
Of course. In the outside world, we elves age like humans. That's why most elves avoid it like the plague.
Quite right.
Do you know how to...
Do I look like a magician or priest?
Perhaps you saw Mother doing it sometime.
Many times. She tips water from 3 different vessels into the bowl and then mumbles a bit to her. Some kind of elf priestess magic knock.
Me neither. I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
An all-knowing mirror. In the current situation, that would be more than useful. The only question is how to cast a spell over the mirror. I've never done that. There are 3 symbols on the bottom of the... I wonder what they mean. They're the same ones as the columns in the... Each symbol depicts a droplet. Sometimes there's a line underneath it, sometimes above. Haven't got a clue what they mean. I have seen these symbols once before. Each symbol Each symbol depicts... I have... Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa.
Ivo, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
I just left my room to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Where does this sudden insight come?
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you.
Of course. Fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadful. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in...
An epidemic in Seastone?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have...
What do you mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land. Do you remember the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom.
Of course.
This time it is much worse.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmajor in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem. Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. This symbol's on the bottom... This symbol... Pa doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts. Enlighten me, Father.
Old people with sunburn, denied by those who are unwary, are a wonderful sight.
Understood. She locked me up like a small child.
Have you argued?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticises me and forces me to do things that I don't want?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that...
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
I need to tell you something, but...
You shouldn't worry too much.
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
It is. I want to know what's happened to...
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know that everything will be fine.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate, or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
But you have great powers, and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air. Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks and destroyed the factories of the...
I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time's come, then it won't last.
Mother wants me to marry this Prince Lalil. Is that your wish too?
All I wish for is...
Haha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all wish...
Oh.
You are an elf princess. You will need to marry. It's just when and who. I'd rather just...
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since... She wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why she is choosing...
Enlighten...
The more denied by those who are... They may be clever.
Enlighten...
Evil-smelling murloc, high on the rooftop of the... are confusing to those we...
I'll need to have a think about that. If you don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, no one knows more about these things.
We agree then.
Like snails munching cabbage. Only you're...
I know, but I'll work on that. Doesn't Mother's way of doing things drive you...
Naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the gnu talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel? I love her. It's just a phase. And if she doesn't change, then I will not love her any less. I love you both as you are, Watson.
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye.
See you later, Father. I can blame Mother for a lot of things, but not laziness. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust it. Mother?
Yes.
Those symbols on the column.
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. The 3 symbols depict the 3 different forms that water takes. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs. And water that is bathed by moonlight.
Oh. What's all this different forms of...
Not all water is the same. If it bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
And if different forms of water are mixed together...
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you might imagine. Water is constantly changing its form. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
When you married Father, how...
Just a few days. I fell in love with him instantly. He was the wise...
And if you hadn't loved him, or if perhaps you hadn't even liked him...
Then I would have married him anyway. It is the duty of the princess to...
Whether she wants it or not.
You didn't want to go to school either. Today you can play music, paint, speak a dozen different languages and have realised what a gift education is. Please, just trust me.
Do you know what can be
done? Nothing. It's a matter for humans.
How hard would it be for us to actually help solve a problem for once, instead of waiting for it to solve itself?
If Alistair needs my advice, he can ask me, and up to now he has not done that.
But...
I'm not going to interfere.
See... Pa?
Yes.
Enlighten me.
The striped kakadu and the limp laughing madly and turning quickly are a wonderful.
That is interesting. Enlighten.
Evil-smelling Merlot dance they
I'll need to have a think about that. Enlighten.
the wide sky and the burning denied by the anger.
Understood. Enlighten.
Evil
That.
they
Under. I've got.
goodbye.
See you later, Father. Pity. That's just what I need. Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
That stuff in the moon well. That's water bathed by moonlight.
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. What do you need it for?
I need it for a potion.
Really?
Well, the moon waters are particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it...
It is true that this water is purported...
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then such a potion wouldn't do any...
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel? May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Do you really think that...
You aren't really fat, my darling, but you aren't perfect.
Do I have to be perfect?
No one is perfect, but that doesn't stop us striving for it. Once you are happy with yourself, then you become overindulgent. Dissatisfaction can take you far, my darling.
See you later.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo.
Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Enlighten me.
Old people with sunburn, deep in bring the...
That... I've got quite...
Goodbye.
See you later, Father. Right, now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moon well. It works. One of the symbols is glowing. Water that's been bathed. Two symbols are still inactive. There appears to be an amazing collection of I wonder if there's anything there that could... There appears to be an... Water that's been bathed by moon. The symbol's glowing. Two symbols are... You're having a good time,
What can I do for 'ee?
I need a special sort of water, Arbor.
A special sort of water?
Arbor, please help. I need water that spills out of the ground.
There, the waterfall. As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water directly out of the earth.
You elves always like to make things complicated, don't you? You got a container? There you go. And don't start telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Should work. Thank you. I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater, and it's never seen the sun. Aha! That's got the second symbol to glow. Water that's spilled, water that's been... Two symbols. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. I, however, think that the constant need to replenish the water is... There appears to be an amazing collection. I wonder if there... A classic. A fishing hat, which not so long ago I thought was extremely hideous, but now... I am the master of all rods, the ruler of the river and the goddess of the water! And what's more, I'm looking good. That's me and fishing done. I've reached my peak. The waterfall and I have been neighbours for so long that I don't really hear it anymore. Water from the waterfall. One could also say water that has fallen from the sky. Now all the symbols are glowing. Hello?
I'm always there.
I cast a spell over you single-handedly with no help.
You had help, you just didn't realise it.
No, I did it by myself.
I'm the all-knowing seer. I'm telling you, you are wrong.
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side. I see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view your world.
Okay. Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
So you live on the other side of all mirrors. Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see all.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in...
I count that amongst the abominable.
And Mother and others...
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there.
So you help them?
That is the question, is it? Do I have an interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things... I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
There's talk of an epidemic in Seastone which is spreading.
It is not an epidemic.
What is it?
It's something that you'll get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants.
Why am I pregnant?
You are pregnant?
Should you not know that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Stupid romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror in sight. Couldn't you and Maid have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh, yes. Nothing at all, Princess.
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing...
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops. And there are quite a few...
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me.
They wouldn't be surprises if I...
By any chance, is the password melon?
How do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves. Thanks for that unsettling conversation.
Yes, you must. But we will see each other again soon.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move.
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Really?
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to. That's when you will seek and find me.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a house with no corner. Till then, Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm.
But, oh... Hey, Cheap. Think, Cheap. How can we both get to Seastone without me having to... You've got an idea? A flight magazine? You've taken out a subscription to a... Yeah, all right. Page 15. Hippogriff stud Eculeus in the Blue Mountains. The best battle and hunting hippogriffs in... A hippogriff? That could carry me. But the Blue Mountains aren't close. And just look at the price. A pot of gold. Now... Yes, I think you're right. We'll have to... I'm really sorry about that business with the musical box, Cheap, but I had to... Are we friends again? Good. Sometimes I wish I'd kept the artifact of divine... Well, an object that would make every wish come true. It'd be very handy right now. Yes, I know, too much power for one person. That's why Archmage Alistair and... This sex that you spoke about... What is it, and why should I not have it? I know that I'm an elf princess. That's exactly the reason I should have something like this. Perhaps even two. Oh, I will find out what you're trying to hide from me. I've got sunflower seed. I can imagine the whole experience has made you hungry. We will get through this together. Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less than a pot of gold. Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea if I want to travel incognito. I'll be back soon. A great example of the variety of our world. Some of the ideas Mother Nature has can be quite off the... I already know everything that this book can... I wish there was something to indicate that the book was wrong, but unfortunately it's very sure. I'm pregnant, and I don't know how. I just know that I need to get out of here before Mother finds out. The Archmage and Seastone will know what to do. I wonder if trees regard a carpenter as the bogeyman. It's not nice, but I'll have to find out. One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw, guided by two men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Wow, I feel a bit dirty. It'll be all right, you'll see. The only thing I can say in my defence is that is what a weeping willow is meant to look like. Hey, there's a rainbow. Since the willow's branches are hanging down for some inexplicable reason, the sun is able to shine directly onto the waterfall again. Nate once said that rainbows never touch the earth. Wilbur wouldn't believe him. Let's see who was right. A pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck. Hi, Arbor.
What you got? Be that the hat of a master fisher?
Yep, pulled it out of the pond.
But I've been trying for years to hook one of those.
Well, talent will out.
That ain't be talent. That be pure luck. Mappin'. Sooner or later, old Arbor will get some luck too.